Alright, so Winterfest is over, and we are now in that period of time between festivals, which should not be too long because we have this new Moonlight Fest that is supposedly coming to Prodigy very soon. So hopefully we get that, but let's just collect my Wizard Bank gold. Super cool update, the Wizard Bank. But today I am going to be getting the newest mythical epic in Prodigy called Serasoar. So this mythical epic is available in the Treasure Track, Season 15, aka the third Frozen Fairytale Treasure Track in Prodigy. So we are going to be, I've completed the Treasure Track, and today we're just going to be unlocking one reward from it. The new Mythical Epic, not a re-released Mythical Epic, the new Mythical Epic, Sarasaur. And, well, the rest of the rewards I will be unlocking in a separate video, like the one I always make for each treasure track. That should be out, hopefully, fairly soon, but if not, by the end of the treasure track season, hopefully. I know I got the last video out after the treasure track season ended, but hopefully that is not the case. So this pet down here, the one we have not seen, this is the icon for the new Serasaur. So very soon we will have actually collected it, and it will no longer be in the pets we have not seen. So this mythical epic is on treasure 18, so you have to have completed all of these treasures in order to unlock it. But it's not too difficult. It only gets to, treasure 20. It's goes kind of fast with only those treasures. But we have Serasaur here, treasure 18. It is plus members only, just like all of the mythical epics that have recently been released in treasure track seasons, aka Blaze Bloom, Into Talk, and Saranox. Those are the last three that have been released in treasure track seasons and have been for plus members only. And maybe someday in the upcoming future they will be released again, and this time they will be for members only. But the first time they come out, they are for plus members only. So if you are a regular member or a non-member, unfortunately this is not a mythical epic that you can pick up, but it's, hopefully will someday be available for regular members. We will just have to wait and see on that. It might be quite a long time. You never know though. So we are just going to be collecting this one reward. We don't usually do that, but for this mythical epic, I'm giving this a try. So let's go ahead and collect the Serasaur. So let's click on that, and there we go. We have now collected Serasaur. So that's awesome. First, before we check it out in the pet book, I'm going to see if we got the buddy version of it. Most of the time for these mythical epics in the treasure track, we have been not getting the buddy version. I've not gotten the buddy version of Into Talk and Sarasaur, and of Saranox, sorry. But hey, we did actually. There it is, the buddy version of Sarasaur right there. Surprisingly, I did not get the buddy versions of Into Talk and Saranox. I would still like to get those, but who knows? They were not really released, I think, by accident, but we did get this one, so that's really neat. So this is a heroic buddy for members only. Its description says, Serasaurs, which is actually a grammatical error, it should not have an apostrophe there. Serasaurs dive in and out of storm clouds as they bathe in the lightning to keep their feathers magnificent and gleaming. And it has a power bonus of 50, so that's super cool. And the last mythical epic buddy that I got was Blaze Bloom. So it's neat, very neat to see this one following me around. That's awesome. It's just so cool every time they put out a new Mythical Epic. Like, Serenox was pretty recently, back last year in 2025. But this one, super cool. First Mythical Epic released in 2026. And it is not a variant of any Mythical Epic. So this is a new design for a Mythical Epic, brand new. No variant detected, just like Serenox. So who knows if they will ever get variants someday. But for now, this is an original Mythical Epic. So super cool. So there is our Sarasaur right down here at level 140. It is a legendary pet, a storm type Mythical Epic. So super, super, super cool. But wait, am I saying that right? Does it have merge on it? I think it has merge on it. Look, Serenox here does not have the ability to merge. It just says collected pets times 1. And that's what every Mythical Epic and Original Epic has, but you can merge Serasaur? My gosh, that's new. Okay, so if you happen to get another Serasaur someday, you could merge it like any normal pet, just not any other Mythical Epics? That's really neat. So this is the first Mythical Epic that is able to merge up. So not even Serenox, the last one released, has the ability to merge. So does that mean that all Mythical Epics will be able to merge someday? I really don't know. I doubt it though, because, well, we just haven't gotten anything that says they will. I would honestly not be surprised that if an update removed its ability to merge, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see on that. One of the reasons I'm thinking kind of not is that most of the Mythical Epics cannot wear pet gear. So the first Mythical Epic that was able to wear pet gear was Intitalk, and then Serenox can wear pet gear, and now so can Sarasaur, which is great. So the last 3 Mythical Epics can wear pet gear, but all of the rest of them up until Blaze Bloom cannot wear pet gear. So hopefully an update someday will allow these other Mythical Epics to wear pet gear, but I have no idea if and when that's going to happen at any time, because it's been so long now. So again, Intitalk was the first Mythical Epic that could wear pet gear, which was a big deal. And none of the others have been updated so that they can wear pet gear. I have no idea if they ever will be updated that way. We just have to wait and see as time passes, but I don't have my hopes up too high for that ever happening. But that's all super cool. I'm glad that the new ones can wear pet gear. So let's head back up and actually take a good look at our new Mythical Epic Serasaur. So the treasure track gave it to us at level 140. We are going to level it up to level 150. So that doesn't take too much gold. So this is, it's super, super cool looking at this Mythical Epic, this brand new design. So now we've leveled it up to level 150. It has pretty good stats, honestly, at level 150. Its order is 98, I believe. 98, so super high order there. Just like 2 behind the wizard at 100. So it's a force type pet, So pretty cool there. And its description is the exact same as his buddies, except it looks like the grammatical error in Sarasaur's is fixed. There's no apostrophe there in its pet description. So that's great. They just now need to fix that in the buddy description. But yeah, it's a really neat description. Love it when there's just unique descriptions for mythical epics and just pets in general, you know, describing their lore and some of the things that they do around the Prodigy world. So that's super cool. Its spells are Storm, Boom, Blast, which this is the first mythical epic that is released after the status effects spell update. So this is the first mythical epic that actually has unique spells. All 4 of these spells can only be casted by this mythical epic, and that's super, super cool. So Storm, Boom, Blast has a good power, but it's one of those that never recharges that mythical epics have. So that's really cool that they still gave Serasaur one of those that never recharges and takes, you know, 1 turn to warm up and then never recharges, because it's a pretty powerful one. And its status effect is that it deals big storm damage to each enemy in 2 turns. I do like that one, but it's mostly helpful in longer battles. So that's one I would use in like long boss battles, definitely. So super cool. Then it has Shock Deluge, which seems to be a multi-hit AoE spell. Not sure if it's 3 or 4 or 2 hits. Could be 5, you never know. But its status effect is that it deals small storm damage for 2 turns. Usually you see those spells and they deal small damage for 3 turns, but I guess there are some that have 2. We have an AoE physical spell, Sap and Thrash. That's pretty powerful, and its status effect is that it lowers enemy defense over two turns. So that's a pretty neat one, but I don't know how much it lowers the stats. I don't know how much it really helps. Its last spell is Storm Boom Cannon, and it's not extremely powerful, but that's how most of those spells work that deal damage over time. This one does huge storm damage in 2 turns. That I haven't seen huge before. That's interesting. So yeah, the first one said big, so this one says huge. I wonder how much of a difference there is. But usually those ones sometimes have, you know, less power. Depends on the spell though. They have less power because the original hit does not do as much damage because of the extra damage being done later on. So, but this one is an AoE storm spell multi-hit as well, but it has 3 turns of recharge. You don't see a lot of spells with 3 turns of recharge, so I wonder how much warm-up the spell has. Like, how many times do you have to go before you can use the spell? Hopefully only 1 at the most, but it would also be cool if it was on the first turn. But probably, if I'm having to guess, 1 or maybe 2 turns of warm-up, not 3. So again, this is one that would probably be better used in a longer type battle, maybe a boss battle or something like that. So I mean, because usually if the battle's over in less than 2 turns, then 2 turns getting around each pet, then it's probably not worth it. So let's do the pet gear test, or on my account currently the pet hat test, because I still don't have access to view my pet relics for whatever reason. So the E-Spark helmet looks really cool on it. I try to find pet gear that matches the pet's element. The Thunder Crown cap, that's a cool one as well. There are not that many storm type pet hats in Prodigy, so we find what we can. The Winged Diadem is also really neat. Let's keep going. The Cloudfinch Nest is cool. And I know the last one is the Storm Eagle Pinion. So right there, yep. Really, really cool. And I don't know. I like that I have the folded paper hat now. That's not a storm type one, but really cool. It was released in the Rift Cycle shop during one of the Rift weeks in the Rift Cycle. So that was super cool for the first time it was released. And again, I've mentioned this in a bunch of different videos over the past couple of months, or a few months now, but I don't have access to view my pet relics. Some glitch happened on my account, and I'm trying to work with Prodigy on getting it fixed. So hopefully sometime in the near future that will get fixed, but I cannot guarantee that, unfortunately. Who knows when I'll be able to view my pet relics again. They're there. I just can't view them for some reason. I have no idea what's going on. But I'm trying to work with Prodigy on that. So hopefully someday that will get fixed. Just don't know when. So this is just, super, super cool. New Mythical Epic. And the last thing to do with it, of course, as always, is to go into a battle with it. So we're going to take it to a battle in Skywatch. Add it to my team here. Remove old Glacial. Sorry, Glacial. We need only one pet. So let's head over to Skywatch and do a battle with it to test it out. Let's collect. I guess I got some treasure track rewards. Alright, let's head over to Skywatch and do a battle there. I guess I still haven't defeated that cloaked storm wizard, since all the cloaked wizards got added around the elemental areas fairly recently. I've defeated some of them I haven't. You don't get any special rewards from them though, unfortunately. So let's take out one of the Lumivolts here. Alright, so let's answer the question. And this is our new Mythical Epic Serasaur. It is so cool. It's a legendary pet, of course, storm type Mythical Epic. And it's got 4 spells, 2 of which can be used on the first turn. The big hit spells in 2 turns, Storm Boom Blast and Storm Boom Cannon, cannot be used on the first turn. We got Shock Deluge, which can be used on the first turn, and Sap and Thrash, which can also be used on the first turn. So we got 2 different spell options, both AoE spells that can be used on the first turn. So super cool. Love that. Especially for battles in which you need AoE type spells, of course. I guess we'll use Sap and Thrash. Ooh, that's pretty powerful. That did some good damage. So there we go. That is the battle complete. And now we have checked out Sarasaur. Let's head back over to Lamplight Town. And, well, now we have gotten Prodigy's newest Mythical Epic, Serasaur, available for Plus members in this Treasure Track season on Treasure 18. So, again, this is super, super cool, and I'm glad we got this Mythical Epic. I'm glad Prodigy put out this new Mythical Epic. They don't do that very often, so it's good, really good that we got this one. I do wonder what the next one will be, though. Hopefully later in 2026. Hopefully we don't have to wait too long. Super excited for that. But what are your thoughts on this newest Mythical Epic, Serasaur? Have you gotten it yet? Let me know all of your thoughts in the comments.